Hey guys, West Coast Arachnids. Pretty noisy in here, got all the fans going and everything. Just show you what I'm putting the 3 scorpions into, Asian Forrest Scorpions. This is the cocoa fiber that I had put the video up on. It still needs to be kind of broken up. There's lots of blocks of substrate in there, need to be broken down. So I'm going to dump that in there and we'll see how much that actually gets me. I'll just put this in here while I do that. Hopefully you can see some of it. Oh, I don't think it's going to let me. There we go. Hopefully that stays on. Not a lot of light in this corner. Just kind of good for them, but not really good for videoing. Sorry about the glare. Do a little bit of a how to grab your scorpion and move it around. So this is one brick. And these type of scorpions, they like it moist. So this is good and moist. It's been about almost a week, I guess, since I did this. 3, 4, 5 days, I don't know. Alright. Plus I'm also going to take the substrate that they're in now and mix it in there with this so it'll dry it out a little bit more. But they do like it moist, so I'm going to have to keep it moist, spray it down. I don't need to worry about packing this in or anything. These guys they'll dig through this. Build little hides and whatnot. So I'm going to put their hides in here for now, the ones that they have, until I can get something good. Right now I just have basically the plastic hides that they have in there, which I'll show you in just a few minutes. I'm going to pause you, wash up my hands, and I'm going to go downstairs and we'll do a little bit of handling there. Show you how to pick them up, and then we'll move them up here and we'll put them in. Alright? Back in a sec. Okay, I'm back. As you can see, we've got one lively little Asian Forrest Scorpion sitting there. This one is quite large compared to the others. Dump the water directly in there, they're going to be using that anyway. Let's pull the crickets out. I got some crickets yesterday. Yeah, you're gonna have to go over a little bit further than that. There we go. And one of the crickets decided to bugger off and got down on the floor. Okay. I'm just going to pause you a minute. I have to get something to put him in. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm back. This is one tick-off scorpion. Now, well, you can see it. But on his tail, you have at the very end, you have the stinger. And next to that is a segment. That segment is what you want to grab them by. You're not going to hurt your scorpion. Our breath, sorry. Got a bit of a chest cold. But I don't think this cold's ever going to go away. It's been kind of coming back for like 6 months. Makes you wonder what they're doing out there to make us all sick so we buy their prescriptions. Anyhow. This little guy's one teed off little critter. You don't want to underestimate their speed. Not sure I want to handle this guy with him being as spunky as he is. I can try. The only problem with handling him is when you go to pick them back up, you have a risk of them grabbing hold of you and pinching you to keep from being picked up. So if you're going to pick them up, you got to pick them up quickly, put them on your hand. I'm going to just demonstrate this, but he has to come out of the corner because there's no way I'm picking them up there. Now this type of scorpion, you don't have as much danger as you do with a lot of the others. It's an Asian forest scorpion. Much like the emperor, it's not very significantly medically significant of a bite or a pinch or sting, sorry. Can't get my words together today. But don't get me wrong, it'll hurt like hell, and his pinch will hurt like hell too. Those aren't small pinchers, they're quite large. You know, if he gets a hold of your finger, it's going to hurt. And your first natural reaction is to jerk it away, so you may hurt your animal. I might have to wait for him to calm down a bit before I pick him up. You can also, hang on, I'm going to pause this, I'm going to grab my tools. Okay. Now you can also very easily just prod him with a brush and pick him up by the tail with your tongs. As long as you're not squeezing, it won't harm him. But this guy, being as spunky as he is, look at that, he's reaching right back around. So when you pick these guys up, I would suggest letting them get a hold of something. And when they lift their stinger up, you grab them. Now, see, I mean, they're not going to bite you or pinch you if they don't think you're a threat. If they're standing on you, they think you're the ground. But if you move your fingers at all, they're not like a tarantula. They're going to snap at you, thinking it's something moving that's threatening them. Now I got to get this guy again. So I'm going to put him directly into the thing because I'm stressing the hell out of him right now, and I really don't want to do that too much. So you pick them up, just quite simply let them drop in like that. Don't drop them from a height. Hope you've seen that. I'll be doing that with each and every one of them. Once he's locked away, make sure those edges are down. Yeah, see, that wasn't all the way down. So if I picked that up by the handle, that would have fell off. Now I was going to put all this into this, but I don't think it'll all fit, so I got them each their own separate containers. I was going to pour the dirt into there and put them back into their little enclosures with no dirt until I got their homes settled in and all fixed up. This guy looks like he's eating, I hope. Oh, look at this, underneath the substrate, underneath his water bowl, a super worm. Go figure. Now if you're having a hard time with if you got a critter keeper like this and you're putting your crickets in there and the lid's off and you're having a hard time with it, don't take the lid off, just open this up and put them in. They'll jump and they'll hit the edges most of the time. Every now and again they'll get out, but there's another one. Now, I don't know how many superworms are in here. There he is. Crawling man. I don't want him to drop. Now the thing is, they have claws. So see, I moved and he went to pinch my arm. So you're better off if they're seeing that your arm's a threat, go like this. Right in the eyes with a brush. Do not use something hard and sharp. They do have quite the hard carapace, so it's not too bad. You can just simply back them off that way and get your hand out of the way. Now, I don't recommend this to anybody that's a first-time user of scorpions. If you're afraid of picking them up, don't pick them up. You're going to hurt yourself, and you're going to hurt your pet. You're going to hurt your scorpion. So don't pick them up if you're afraid at all. Like if you have any fear of this, don't pick it up. This one is not going to, unless you're allergic to the venom, which is highly doubtful. You're going to be allergic to bees more than you would be to this, I would suppose. But I mean, each and every person's individual, right? So if you are allergic to them, or if you're allergic to anything like bees or anything else, it's good to have an EpiPen on hand. If you're handling these kind of animals to begin with, you should probably have an EpiPen just to be on the safe side, even though you don't think you're allergic. You may be. Just because you're not allergic to bees does not mean you're not allergic to tarantulas or scorpions or anything else with venom. And they're all different venom, so you can't tell. If I sound rushed, it's because I am. I need to, I've got a lot to do, so I got to get all these guys rounded up and put their dirt in their enclosures and get it all ready for them so that they actually have a place to live. So these are going to be communal. Some scorpions you can't keep communally, but these are one of the types that you can. You just need enough room and enough hides. Now I don't recommend any less than, if you got 3 scorpions, put in 4 hides. If you can put 5 or 6 in, great, do that. The more hides the better. It gives them more of a getaway. It looks like this guy was eating. No, that's just a piece of dirt. Unless it was a bolus. I don't think these guys produce bolus. They just eat everything except for the legs, I find. The back legs they generally don't touch. Look at that. A mealworm pupa. Or not a mealworm, a superworm, sorry. Now he was eating, because that's definitely a piece of cricket there. So, just going to dig through all this dirt before I bring it up and dump it in. So I'll take the last one out, then I'll do this off camera so that it's not eating up a bunch of time. I'm going to move him first. Please calm. This one here is feisty as hell. I really would like to get a look underneath it. It looks like a female, but I think the first one I had was a female, the second was a male, and I think this one's a female. It's really hard to tell on a Heterometrus spinifer, Asian Forrest Scorpion, because you have to, there's only one small area you can tell by, and that's the underneath. I can't remember the name. There's one little spot on a male. It'll be more. I think on the male it's more pointy, or no, on the. I can't remember. One of the two is more pointy, and one's got a rounded edge on it. You can look it up online. Google Heterometrus spinifer sexing, and you'll find lots of information. I tried to sex them as best I could. You're just gonna have to wait, little cricket. But I don't know. It's definitely not a guarantee with these guys. I mean, you can get right in there, and they have little it's almost like a feather. I can't remember what it's called either. but it'll have so many prongs on it, and the males will have so many prongs, the females will have so many prongs, or the males will be much longer and spaced out, and the females will be a lot tighter and shorter. Now that does count with these species, but it's really hard to tell either way. Yeah, like I said, if you look it up on Google, you'll find out. Alright, I'm going to search through this dirt here now real quick. I'll move these guys upstairs, I'll get the dirt in there, I'll set up their enclosure, and then I'll turn the video back on. You can check it out. Alright, see you in a minute. Okay, I've got it kind of put together, just temporary. They got a hide here, 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 and there. So there's 4 of them, and then just substrate on top and some little plants for decorations. The plants aren't necessary; they're gonna dig them up anyway. Until I can get a more permanent solution here, I'm gonna go and get some wood, and I have to throw it in the oven and kill any mites or anything that are on it. The way you do that is just go out, find yourself a piece of beechwood, whatever you want, whatever looks good. Nothing major. I mean, you're gonna have to fit it in your oven after all. There is other ways to do it. You can bleach it, but I don't recommend that. Far too hard to get the bleach out afterwards, and then by the time the bleach is gone, you may have mites on it again. So the best way to do it is just stuff it in the oven. Go find some pieces that are generally the size you need, stick them in the oven, bake them at about 200-250 degrees, depending on how hot your oven gets, for about 2.5 hours, give or take. And keep an eye on it. You are sticking wood in the oven. It does have the potential of catching fire, especially, you know, how dense the wood is and whatnot, so how thick. Anyway, on with the show. Get the crickets out of the way. Now I'm definitely not going to be able to know which one's which until I actually take it out and take a good look at it. This one here looks like a female. That would be awesome if it is. Be sure this is the last one I put in. So what I'm going to do with these, rather than stress them out by grabbing them, is I'm just going to slide them out. And you really don't want to stick your hand in a tight spot like this. You know, a little container where he's sitting at the bottom and he fills up most of the bottom of it. Probably not a good idea. You may get stung, you may get pinched and stung, or one or the other. So always best to side on the err on the side of caution. Always when you're handling anything venomous. And like I said, if you're afraid at all, I mean, and there's no shame in being afraid, because some of these creatures, I mean, you don't want to mess with. It's best to just not do it, you know. Do it however you can without having to handle them. No fighting. Okay, we'll see what they do. Like I said, this is a communal, and these are a communal species that can live together. Who knows, maybe they'll mate. I think he's just heading straight for the hide. See, that's what I'm afraid of. There's more than one hide, buddy. Come on, I put 4 in there. Share. And I'll throw them crickets in there. Hopefully that'll deter them from tearing each other apart. I mean, they do, when they mate, they get together like that anyway. They're pretty heavily armored. And when they face off each other, it's, you know, one's eventually going to back down. and hopefully none of them get hurt. Probably should have put him over a little farther. Okay, here goes number 3. See, that one's, I don't know, they may be mating. They're locked up together. Wouldn't that be awesome? I highly doubt it with all the action they've just had. They're trying to probably hide. It's a dominant race for that hide. See which one. Oh, come on, really? They're all going in there. See if we can't get you in there for a look. I'm sorry if this makes a squealing noise. There's no way you'll see in there. It's too dark. I do have the brightness turned up on this pretty much all the way. Hopefully the video is okay. So you can kind of see in there, they're all in there anyway. I don't know what they're doing. Hopefully they're not eating each other. That would suck. But I doubt it. Come on now, no stinging. I don't know if I still want a flashlight to go in there either. I may just have to put this light directly in there. See, sorry guys, you're going to see a line here. See if we can get rid of that glare. It's from the outside light. Yeah, they're locked pincher to pincher, those two. The other one's in the back somewhere. Having a bit of a fight. Come on, guys. Okay. Maybe time for me to intervene. Yeah, no. Holy cow. Okay, and we got them separated. Hopefully none of them got injured. Don't know what they're doing. May have been 2 males or 2 females fighting over territory. Now that they've got their own hides, maybe they'll just stick to being territorial that way. When a female's ready to mate, they will put out scent. And go for it. You're coming out for more? Really? Looks to me like you were being backed down, buddy. Should probably get back in there while the going's good. Okay. Lots of crickets. Lots of food. I'm gonna put more crickets in there even. And in no way am I worried about the crickets eating them. I have not heard of that yet. Let's try and get rid of some of these male crickets. They're driving me nuts all night long. Squeak, 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 squeak. Chirp, chirp. Come on there, buddy. For those that didn't know, only the males chirp. Crickets. Hoppy little fellas. Now, I haven't been able, I've tried many times to get a feeding video on these guys. No way, no how. They will not eat for me. Not on camera. Not even out in the light. So, I might have better luck in here. Now that it's a bigger enclosure, a little more lifelike for them. And it's more of in a dark area. Less traffic, so you know they can come out and do their thing. A lot better than being in those little plastic tubs. This is 3 feet long by 18 inches high and 12 inches deep from front to back. So there's plenty of room in there for them. I was hoping to actually get some communal tarantulas for in here. I'd like to get a bunch. Just have to find some. And if I do, I will probably be buying a bunch. And we'll do a communal setup, much like this. Probably have it a lot prettier. Might be standing it on end depending on if they're arboreal or not. Give them a lot of height. A lot of bushes to hide in. Big old piece of bark or a tree that's hollowed out and gnarly looking. We'll see. Anyway, that went kind of okay, other than them all wanting to jump in that one hide right away. Now that they're in their own hides, everything seems to be mellow and calmed. So I think it'll be okay. And at night, if they want to come out, they'll interact however they do, and they won't be rushing for a hide and trying to get out of the light and trying to get away, because right now they're in flight mode. It's fight or flight, and basically they flew in there and then they fought for the space, is what I think is went on, but who knows. I don't think they were trying to breed, that's for sure, because their stingers were going at it. Unless it was two males fighting over female, don't know. Apparently these are hard to breed, so I highly doubt they were breeding. This is why the communal setup. I'm hoping they will breed naturally, and then we'll see what happens. Hopefully I don't wake up to a bunch of dead scorpions. Anyway, I'm going to get that light out there, get the lid on. I've got this for the lid. It fits over the top. I'm going to clamp that down, and then I got this. That opened up this area because they were all in there. So what I'm going to do is take the extra enclosures there. And I really need more space for mealworms, so I'm going to do up at least 1 or 2 more mealworms like that. Probably put this one in there, get all the beetles out, and start a new small one like that. Put the beetles back in it, and because I know there's a bunch of babies in there already. I looked and there was a bunch of little ones, and I'll have them grow out, because all those down there, those are the 2 now. That's what they'll look like in the bigger ones. And those 2 down there are both turning into beetles. The one on the far right is almost all beetles, and the one on the left is almost all adult mealworms and a bunch of pupa I keep taking out of there and putting in here. I love this little lid. It's awesome. It's great for anything really. Reptiles, tarantulas, scorpions, whatever you can put in there. But yeah, Lots of moving around to do. I got lots of space up here. I got to get all this stuff out of here. And this is strictly going to be all tarantula because I do need to rehouse all of the bigger enclosures. The round ones there, they're all going to go into the critter keepers. And I think I'm going to leave these in here for a bit. They can probably do for one more molt. And this one here and that one on the end there, that's a difficillus. That's a difficillus. This is a what is it? Precautions. These are Brachypelma verdezi. This is a Brachypelma vagans. Those are vagans. Those are precautions. So I got 4 precautions, 4 vagans, 3 verdezi. I should have ordered another verdezi. I got 4 OBT. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 of the P. erminia. Somnopulus erminia. The 1, 2, 3. Then the 2 more difficillus, and there's 2 difficillus down there. 3 L. parahybana, 3 L. parahybana here, so there's 6 of those. 3 of the Theraphosinai Costa Ricans, 3 of the Nanduchromatus, 4 of the Ichnecolini Dominican Republic, 3 Acanthoscaria geniculata, and 4 Brachypelma albopilosum. Isn't that a mouthful? So there's, I think, 46 T's in all and 3 scorpions. So once I get them all moved around and set up and I empty out a couple of extra spots, I'll probably do another order and get some more in. And down the road there will be a surprise. I'm going to expand into different species. Anyway, this guy's coming out, saying hi, saying thanks. Like my new enclosure. I'm going to go crawl around and explore now. Wonder if he smells female. Wonder if that is a female. Maybe they're all females. Get 3 females sitting around a table. Not one of them wanted to leave for fear the others will talk about them behind their back. Maybe that's what they were doing in there. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to let y'all go. Thanks for watching. Hope you got some information out of this. Please comment and subscribe. Drop a like if you would. Y'all have a great day, and bye for now.